one of my compatriots is pissing off the British government again. That's unlike Irish people, isn't it?
Never before done.
Mm.
Yeah, so Sally Rooney on Monday took the Irish Times to write about her support for Palestine Action, who are now proscribed, have been proscribed since the 5th of July in the UK. And she said that she did this in the Irish Times, not a British newspaper, because it would be illegal to write what she wrote in the Irish Times now in a British paper. And I think it means if she is in the UK, that because she has shown support for Palestine Action, she might be at risk of breaching the Terrorist Defences Act. But she said that any proceeds from her book sales now, and any proceeds from the BBC as well, and W.H. Smith named them, she will donate to Palestine Action. Number 10 responded saying, warning people that supporting Palestine, in response to the Sally Rooney thing, warning that funding their activities is a terrorist offence. So I think it leaves this question that if I buy a copy of Normal People, if I'm reading Normal People, am I breaching the Terrorist Defences Act? Because I know that buying it, that its proceeds will be used to fund Palestine Action.
Historic support for the for the terrorist sympathizer Sally Rooney. Does that constitute terrorist support for someone reading her books? Like if you've already got a copy of Normal People or Conversations with Friends?
I guess no, because you didn't know that the money was being used to fund Palestine Action.
Sure. And I guess your money when you bought the book wasn't going to fund Palestine Action.
And are Waterston's going to be in trouble for selling the book if they know
Well,
what the
that's the
funding
thing
is
as well.
going?
Like, it is a bit mental. Not like, I mean, the step-by-step of it makes sense. There is an organization that is a terrorist organization. There is somebody in another country. That actually probably holds a lot more of a criminal like there's a lot more criminal heft to what she's doing from Ireland because she's an international sponsor of terrorism in the United Kingdom. You know, she's like Ayatollah Khomeini.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, you got like Osama bin Laden, Khomeini, and Sally Rooney,
Yeah,
famously.
yeah. But no, like on the like stripping back what people's thoughts are of the prescription of Palestine Action and support for the Palestinian cause and showing solidarity with Palestinians. Obviously, when Number 10 gives a response, they are saying, yes, sponsoring an organization that is a recognized terrorist organization in the UK is a terrorist offense. That means by making this statement, you are a criminal in this country. But then you add the bits of who the person is that they're talking about, Sally Rooney, the author, the organization they're talking about, Palestine Action. It does, could you imagine having a conversation like this 9 months ago?
No.
You know?
I wonder if any entertainment journalist, is going to ask Paul Mescal what he thinks about the Sally Rooney Normal People. Because imagine if Paul Mescal waded into the discourse about this.
Could you imagine the whole universe around Sally Rooney becomes criminal?
Yeah, imagine if the British government prescribed Paul Mescal. I think that could be the final straw.
The army is going to be deployed to Beauvoir to arrest every single actor that has been in any way adjacent to Sally Rooney at last.
Calling freelancers, small and mid-sized business owners. Tide's Instant Saver account offers up to 4% AER variable, flexible access and competitive returns.
Unlike other options on the market, you won't need to hold your money with Tide for a fixed period. That means you'll have instant access and free withdrawals whenever you need it.
You can get started today with just £1, making it easy to start growing your business savings.
Want to know what you'll earn? Tide's clever calculator gives you a clear picture up front.
Our audience will receive £100 cash back when you deposit £5,000 within the first 30 days of opening your Tide Instant Saver account.
Use code JOE, that's JOE, JOE. New members receive an annual equivalent rate of up to 4% AER variable, free for 6 months. For the full offer, visit tide.co/Joe. T's and C's apply.
Well, she wrote in The Guardian previously in June, before Palestine Action were prescribed, when it was just on the table, that if Palestine Action becomes a prescribed group, writing these words of support could become a serious offence. It's vital that we fight this alarming attack on free speech. And then obviously since then we saw the big protest 2 Saturdays ago. 522 people were arrested then. And the average age of a protester was 54, with 112 being over 70.
They're not the teenagers reading Sally Rooney books, are they?
They're not. Maybe they're big Paul Mescal fans. And since they've been prescribed, 700 people have been arrested. And considering what we know about the prison system and the crisis within the prison system, the National Governor's Body of prison governors said that they were concerned about the impact on prisons of public order events like this. And the MOJ have confirmed it's initiated its Capacity Gold Command, which, what a fancy name, which is basically how they manage cell use when the number of prisoners reaches critical levels. Because I think prisons right now are about 97.5% occupied.
If you're being a critic of Sally Rooney, you could say that her activism and her support for the Palestinian cause has predated her support for Palestine Action. So like say, for example, she's been an advocate of the BDS movement for years and years and years. Got a lot of stick, I think maybe in 21, when, was it 2021 or 2020 was the last Israeli incursion into Gaza?
Before October 7th.
Before October 7th. I think it's 2021. Around that time, she decided that she was not going to, as an extension of her BDS, was not going to allow her book to be printed in Hebrew, because the only publisher that published in Hebrew for an international audience was situated in occupied Palestinian land. This became a massive thing, but she had defended it, saying, if there is another publisher that's willing to publish in Hebrew, well and good, I've no problem with it. This particular one is against my beliefs. If you then extend that to then, you're just picking one organization. You know, Palestine Action is one organization, and it happens to be a terrorist organization in the UK. There are several other organizations in the UK that you could pick to donate money to, rather than financially supporting a terrorist organization. And I wonder what it gains for her outside of, and I don't think, like, she doesn't need the publicity to do something like this. I wonder if there's a point that we're reaching where artists are willing to be treated as criminals for their beliefs in the Palestinian cause, and to force the hand of governments across the world, that just showing solidarity or just posting a black square or just doing things like that has no effect in that way. Whereas if you go to jail, then you have a far more powerful impact on the cultural moment and the conversation around the topic.
Definitely. I feel like you said what I was trying to say a bit more eloquently there. That it's almost
Not like me to say something eloquently.
But it's that there's like a material risk, I guess, for speaking out about this cause. That there wasn't or hasn't been for speaking out about other causes in the same way. And again, it's because of the prescription.
Thanks to Tide and their instant savings account for sponsoring this week's podcast.
New members receive an annual equivalent rate of up to 4% AER variable.
Our audience will receive £100 cash back when you deposit £5,000 within the first 30 days of opening your Tide Instant Saver account.
Use code JOE. For the full offer, visit tide.co/Joe. T's and C's apply.